Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's been taking care, that everybody's been well, and hopefully we're getting through this whole situation we're all in. Recently I've been experimenting with colors and trying to find new color palettes because I've noticed that in my art I normally use a rainbow of colors, and that's fun and all, but it doesn't really give a sort of harmony or theme to my art. So for today's painting, I'm practicing using more red and blue tones and more isolated red and blue tones to say that I'm kind of just using them more as a main color instead of just highlight colors here and there, if that makes any sense. I've really been practicing with that, and I really like how the colors play out whenever I actually make a plan for them. Normally I just paint really loosely and just paint with whatever I sort of like. And if you hear that bell ringing, that's actually my dog coming to visit me. I'm sure you've seen my dog in my previous video where he'll star here and there. Anywho, besides practicing faces, I've been practicing, well, not faces, besides practicing color, I've been practicing faces. I tend to switch everything I say around a lot, and it's pretty funny how I can sort of kind of switch what I'm saying on accident. Anyway, I've been practicing on faces and doing different proportions that would challenge me to draw different angles that I'm not used to and break out of my comfort zone. Because I normally just paint what I'm comfortable with, which is a portrait of a woman just facing forward completely, a blank expression, and then pretty colors all around. But I'm trying to veer away from that and delve more into expressionful faces, more artful faces, and someday I'll probably get into drawing men more, but for now just drawing women is really fun just because of the hair and the face and just all the expressions that they're able to convey. Not to say drawing men isn't fun, just it's I'm used to drawing women, but I'll try to paint pretty men soon. I just had to study them and their face shapes because they're a lot different. Whenever I draw males, it ends up looking like a pretty male or like a pretty woman that looks like a male. Anyway, aside from that, I've really been excited for our orders to stay in place to kind of lift. I also do photography, and I'm just really excited to get out there and photograph some new things. I have a film camera that I like to work on, and I just miss going out, exploring, and taking pictures of whatever suits my fancy. I really liked kind of whatever inspires me, photographing that, and then taking it to a film shop so that it can get developed and ready. There's just that. I can't talk. There's just something so magical about being able to develop film and see it be developed after you take it. It's kind of I prefer it over digital photography now, just because it feels like a Christmas present. Every time you get your photos back, you don't know what to expect, and every photo is much more precious because you know that you can't waste it. You can't use it, take it more than once. You can only take it once, and then it's done. So film photography has been really fun, and I really enjoyed it. It's sad that I can't really pursue it now because, of course, of the whole quarantine, but it's fine. I'll just wait until some normalcy comes back to place. But for now, I've really been practicing my painting, as you can see, and that's been keeping me pretty busy, or so to say. I've really just had fun with practicing different art styles, and even though I miss photography, at least I have my art and coffee. And speaking about coffee, that's another thing that I love, just one of my favorites. I can never paint without drinking coffee, but the funny thing is that sometimes if I'm painting with watercolors or acrylics and I have my coffee next to me, I'll almost dip my paintbrush into my coffee on accident because I think it's paint water, and my mind would just confuse the two. It's so silly. But I really enjoy just drinking coffee with my art making process. Does anybody else enjoy doing that? Because it's really fun to me. And it's really just relaxing. Coffee sort of relaxes me instead of gives me energy, and it sort of mellows me down for when I'm painting, or I even drink it before I go to sleep sometimes and it mellows me down, which I think is pretty funny. Anyway, to go back to my painting, This is a watercolor sketchbook that I actually bought from Arteza, and it's my first actual watercolor sketchbook, which I'm really excited about. The pages are good. They're not amazing because they can't really stand up to a lot of erasing or a lot of brushing, but they tend to handle better than my Canson Excel pages, which I know it's all just our student quality, but it works for what I want to do. And it's so fun, so different to paint in a watercolor sketchbook versus actual pages. There's just something so magical about filling the pages and knowing that you'll have a book filled with your own pictures and your own art by the end of it. And I really enjoyed doing this in this book. The book, I believe, is 8.75 inches by 11 point something inches. I can't remember the other measurements, but it's a fairly decent sized book for the purpose. And I wonder if I should do some ink drawings in here as well, or maybe switch up my mediums. That's something I've been wondering lately too, about switching up mediums, because I tend to draw better in just realism with graphite or acrylic, and that typically works better for me. But I really enjoyed watercolor because painting with watercolor just feels so freeing and so liberating and so just relaxing. Like, I feel like I can lose myself when I actually just paint with the loose colors and just have fun with it. I love watercolor, but acrylic and graphites and inks take a lot more concentration, which is fine. Everything takes concentration, but I think I should probably make some more videos of those because I'm going to delve more into them so that I can be hopefully better at watercolor and just all around my other mediums that I practice in. The ink that I'm using here is the Gold by Winsor & Newton, and I love it so much. It's so pretty. It almost looks like gold leaf on the paper, but it's the truest gold ink that I found so far. I found it by reviews on YouTube, and I agree with them. They are amazing. And then that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that if you liked it, that you can share, like, subscribe to see more of my videos. You can tune into more of my process on becoming a better artist and doing my best to explore different areas of work. Until then, I'll see you in the next video, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.